Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because that was good. I'm YouTube famous now. Available Easter 2023, the album, Dad F. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, 'cause we're rolling, rolling on the river. Beast! How are you guys doing today? Well, this is a 2 in a row, double Jaclyn. Hold on a second, I got something. Is that a hair? A hair from Jaclyn's lipsticks. Get those hairs off my hat. Beast! This is 2 days in a row that I'm talking about Jaclyn. Now it makes sense to me, okay? Now, this is like a puzzle piece, okay? Do you ever like see those, you know those puzzles on the wall, or they call those like miracle puzzles or whatever they're called? When you look at them and you have no idea, and then all of a sudden it's like boop, and then you see like the dinosaurs and all that. The magic something they're called. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? That's kind of like the drama with Jaclyn Hill. Here, let me put on some lipstick. Let me put it. I do need some lipstick though too. Let me put on some lip gloss. But that's how all the drama is with Jaclyn Hill. Like at the time, you kind of can't really figure out like what she's doing. This is where people say like Jaclyn's so kind, Jaclyn's so compassionate. No, she's not, okay? She's calculated and she's 2 steps ahead of everybody else, all right? She always is like, woe is me, whoa, goodbye Twitter, goodbye cruel Twitter. She always acts like all this stuff is happening to her, but she knows exactly what's happening, right? And this is the thing is, she's a millionaire boss babe CEO, and she can't handle dealing with that, right? Like, you either are a boss babe CEO that handles things like a millionaire boss babe CEO would handle things in these given situations, or you're just somebody that, like, apparently the world is cruel to, okay? You can't have it both ways. You just can't, okay? You can't be a boss babe CEO that chooses to never address any issues that ever come out with your brand or your business. But then when you get any kind of criticism whatsoever, you want to be, woe is me, goodbye Twitter, goodbye cruel Twitter, you've been so mean to me. I mean, you can't have it both ways, right? So pick what you want, okay? I don't care at this point. I don't care, Jaclyn, if she ever posts another video on YouTube. I don't care if she ever comes out with another palette, posts another reel, posts another picture, another Instagram story. I don't care, but she needs to pick which side that she wants to stand on, okay? Because at this point, it's getting to be a little ridiculous. Now, there are a lot of things that have happened with Jaclyn Hill over the last couple days. So let's do a reversal of fortune here for a second. And hold on a second. Let me get into my receipts. Whitney, my receipts. Okay. I've got so many receipts, I can't even keep up with them. Woo! Woo! Let me shake it off. Shake off those receipts. Got to get to the receipt. Hold on a second. I'm into the wrong receipts. Okay, that's tomorrow's video. Woo! Okay, shake. Woo! And we're rolling on the river. You know, Jaclyn Hill, she really should think about becoming a drama channel because she is probably the most dramatical person. Goodbye, Twitter. If you don't know what I'm referencing, she tweeted out today, goodbye, Twitter. This is not the first time that she's said that. This is not the first time she's left the Twitter and come back, okay? Because she can't handle the heat, you know? Now, her, fiance, Jordan, has this channel called More Seasoning, and she loves to be in the kitchen and cook. But I think that Jaclyn, here's a little advice, should get out of the kitchen because she obviously can't stand all the heat. So anyway, let me get into what happened. Okay, so if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. Jaclyn, hold on a second, she posted this tweet. This is what my video was about yesterday. I wish that all the people who sit on their phones and judge everyone online had 8 million fake followers. She didn't say fake, but they are. Followers watching their every move. You guys are so quick to judge. But once you experience being judged, it's a whole different story. I would love to have that conversation with you. Now, what was interesting about this was I speculated at that time, like, did she have a new product coming out? Because Jaclyn, to me, is always kind of like one day ahead of the game. Like, she knows what's going on, and she puts this out because, you know, like she's got to get ahead of the game, right? But you don't really necessarily know, okay, so is this tweet because she's got a new product coming out and she's just stirring up drama? You know, last week she was coming for drama channels. It's like, when you look at it in retrospect, it makes sense, right? She's coming for drama channels, and she's talking about the fact that drama channels are mean. She calls them hate channels, okay? And it's like, okay, so you're coming for drama channels, and you're calling us mean, and you're saying that we're hate channels, and you're saying that we put out misinformation about your husband, which was a lie. Jaclyn Hill straight up lied, okay, when she said that. There's no truth to that whatsoever. I asked her to post evidence. She still has not posted any evidence that that ever happened, okay? So what she was trying to do at that time was paint a really negative picture of drama channels and all this kind of stuff, okay? Which she actually garnered a lot of, you know, favor for that, because a lot of people were like, oh, I hate those channels. Those channels are horrible. Those channels this, those channels that, right? Okay. At that time, I was kind of like looking at it and I was like, why is she gunning so hard for drama channels over Michaela Nogueira? Like, I didn't really understand it. And why is she bringing her husband into this? Like, I really, truly did not understand it. I was like, is there something going on behind the scenes that, like, she knows? And so she's kind of like, this is an indirect threat. Like, don't come for me because you guys are mean in your hate channels. But I didn't know, because I was like, what's going on, right? Okay. So she says on here, you know, this whole thing about being judged. Then it comes out. Now, it actually started surfacing yesterday, like on Twitter. I believe Rich Lux put it out. I believe Dustin Daly, a couple other people put it out there. I was actually sent it by numerous people. But when I went and I looked, okay, I actually think I closed out all these things. I did. When I actually went and I looked, it was put out like 2 days ago on the 12th. So you could have easily gone and read this, and that is that on January 12th, 2023, this is public information. If you Google Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, this comes up, okay? And now it's a little easier if you Google Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics bankruptcy. But if you Google Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, this comes up. It's BK data. On January 12, 2023, the petition date, Jaclyn Cosmetics LLC filed a voluntary petition for relief under Chapter 11 of the United States Bankruptcy Code. The debtor's case was assigned case number, and then it says this, in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court, Delaware District, blah, 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 Delaware Division Office. The debtor is being represented by the law firm, and it's a law firm, and then it goes underneath here. Now, everybody else has shown this in their video. I'm not going to do it, but it says Jaclyn Cosmetics LLC files for bankruptcy, represented by this law firm. I mean, this is a legal document, okay? It's public information. So you can go find this on Google. You guys can go Google search it, and it will take you right to the website that is like public information of any kind of public document that is filed, okay? Apparently in the state of Delaware. Now, a lot of people are asking, why is Jaclyn, has she filed for her company? Her LLC is filed in Delaware. Why are they filing this bankruptcy in Delaware? All this kind of stuff. I believe that Jeffree Star Cosmetics is filed out of Delaware too. And I just know that from like previous like history of like looking into this stuff and people sending me things and whatever. And at that time, I looked into it and I found this out. And so I know this to be true. And a lot of people on the Reddit thread are talking about this, that on the Beauty Guru chatter, a lot of people are talking about the fact that in Delaware, there's different tax stipulations. So it's actually like a really great state to file like a business under. And so that way you get like tax stipulations and things like that. I'll explain it more to you in just a second when I read the Reddit thread. But anyway, so that was filed on January 12th, okay? Which was, what, Thursday? And then yesterday, people started finding out about it, and they were sent this information, and then the Reddit threads went crazy, Twitter went crazy, and all this kind of stuff, okay? Well, now it makes sense. No, Jaclyn Hill wasn't coming out with a new product. Jaclyn Hill was getting ahead of the game because she already knew she was filing for bankruptcy. She had filed for bankruptcy on Thursday, okay? And people are saying, well, it's not really Jaclyn Hill that's filing for bankruptcy, it's Jaclyn Cosmetics. Y'all, listen now, okay? You can't have your cake and eat it too, okay? Don't sit here and you guys have said for 3 years, Jaclyn Cosmetics isn't Morphe. Jaclyn Cosmetics isn't this. Jaclyn is the CEO of Jaclyn Cosmetics. Jaclyn herself has said that she's the CEO. When you go underneath Forma Brands, it even says Jaclyn Hill is the CEO of the brand under Jaclyn Cosmetics, okay? You can't have it both ways, all right? Now people are saying, well, it's this and it's that and it's whatever, okay? Whatever it is, I don't really care. I don't care what the formation of this whole brand is. I don't really know if Jaclyn Hill was just the face of Jaclyn Cosmetics, if she was the CEO of Jaclyn Cosmetics, if she was the CFO of Jaclyn Cosmetics, if she was a creative director, or what she was, okay? I don't think we'll ever know the truth about that. But the reality is they're filing for bankruptcy. They're filing for Chapter 11. And no, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going out of business. It means that they're doing a restructuring. It means they owe a hell of a lot of money, okay? And a lot of people are like, well, this is because of Forma Brands and this is because of that. Well, let's be honest, okay? Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, their products are being found in Marshalls, in TJ Maxx, in all kinds of different secondhand stores. That there's one, I think it's called Windows or something like that in Canada that somebody was tweeting out about, I saw. I mean, maybe it was in the Reddit thread, I don't know. Her products are being shifted around to all these different stores. They're selling them to those stores before they expire to make money off of them because they can't sell the extra surplus products that they have. So no, Jaclyn Cosmetics is not doing very well. It just isn't. Like, that's just the facts of the matter. And I'm going to hold to that until Jaclyn wants to come out and she wants to put her money where her mouth is, and she wants to sit there and stop showing all her Chanel purses, and she wants to come out and show, like Tati Westbrook has done in the past, really how well her business is really doing. You know, she really wants to act like this is it. And she hasn't come out and talked about this. I mean, this is what's crazy to me, okay? And she doesn't owe this to anybody, but to all these people that have, like, this is what kills me is not for the haters, not for the people that criticize her, not for the people that have a lot to say about her, but for the people that really love Jaclyn and have really supported her through the years and are continuing to support her. Jaclyn has nothing to say to them about the restructure. Hey, you guys, like, I know that a lot of people are talking about my brand right now. Come out in an Instagram story, come out in anything and say it. She will eventually when she's forced to, okay? Maybe. She still hasn't talked about the Cozy brand with Kaylin Nicholson. She refuses to talk about that, right? That's not how a CEO acts, you know? They just don't. They address the situation at hand, okay? And so she refuses to address any situation that's brought to her attention. And, you know, for me, I don't know. I don't think it's how, you know, you act when you're running businesses. I just don't think it is. And so I think it's a really poor professional look. I have no respect for Jaclyn Hill in any of this, okay? Because I do think that she owes it to her audience. That is literally the people that are buying it. There's not tons of people out there that are buying Jaclyn Cosmetics that don't know who Jaclyn Hill is as a person. Why would they, okay? It's not like they're going into stores asking for Jaclyn Cosmetics when they don't even know who Jaclyn Hill is. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so that's the first thing. The whole Jaclyn Cosmetics situation of filing for bankruptcy. I don't wish Jaclyn Hill any harm. I don't wish bankruptcy on her. I don't wish for her to have to financially restructure her business or for her business to go out, you know, I don't want her to have to, like, go out of business. I don't want that for anybody. I don't, you know, and I think it's a sad day when all this is happening. And I think it's, you know, a combination of several things. I think it's a combination of the pandemic hitting a lot of people financially and people just not being as interested in doing makeup the way that they did in the past. I also think that Jaclyn Hill not doing videos except for when she's selling something has really hurt her, because I think she's lost a lot of contact with her audience. So a lot of her, I think this is why she started to, like, buy followers on Instagram, because I think people aren't really that interested in Jaclyn Hill anymore. Why would you be when the only place that you ever post is on Instagram, and you barely even post over there? And when you do post, the only thing that you post are Instagram stories about a cat that you can't even put inside your house. But we're going to get to that in just a second. So anyway, so Jaclyn Hill, she wants to know why her business isn't doing well. She wants to complain about Instagram views that she's getting and how her Instagram is down. Girl, you don't connect with your audience anymore. And when you do connect with your audience, you come out and say things like, well, the only thing I've learned in the 10 years of being online is that people are truly cruel. Or you'll come out and say, I've had to start blocking and deleting people because people are so upset with me over this new Chanel purse that I bought. The Chanel purse that you bought literally days after you upped the price on your pajamas that people were upset with because they can't afford your pajamas. And what do you say? Well, it's a luxury brand. Well, girl, those are luxury problems then. And don't cry me a river when you can't afford a Chanel purse anymore. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous to me. And so she goes on and on and on with all this kind of stuff and wants to know, people that are supportive of her are like, well, her business isn't failing. Yes, her business is absolutely failing, and it's failing for many reasons. And I don't just blame it on the pandemic. I don't, okay? Or that people aren't interested in money, or people aren't interested in makeup, or that people don't have money anymore. I do think that that's a huge part of it, but I also think, because I think that has a huge part to do with why Forma Brands is going down, but I also think that, Forma Brands disconnect or only focusing, or Morphe, only focusing on, I think Morphe, okay, their dysfunction as a business has really hurt the overall Forma Brands. And if you look at this whole situation, what happened was Forma Brands came in to save Morphe, okay? Morphe couldn't be saved at that time because of all these influencers they had, like Jeffree Star and Jaclyn Hill and James Charles. James Charles and Jeffree Star were so, problematic that Morphe ended up getting rid of them, right? Which I stand by that and think that that was a right decision, all right, at that time. But that really, to some degree, hurt their sales and whatever. Now, it's also come out that Forma Brands apparently owes Jaclyn Hill like $2 million. And this is in, like, apparently they're credited, but they can't get this money back or something because of the filing. Apparently, there's all these different people that they owe a lot of money to, but none of these people can get their money because they're filing for bankruptcy now, okay? Jeffree Star's owed like $1 million or $2 million. James Charles is owed like $1 million or $2 million. So all this is underneath there. I mean, this is a huge issue, you guys, right? I mean, when you go back and you talk about, like, the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson series that they put out, and like the money they talked about, and how this was a $1 billion business and all this kind of stuff, and now you're seeing the fall of like one of the biggest brands that was an influencer related brand, and you remember in there that Jeffree was talking about how he could dictate the prices that he got with these people and things like that, and now these brands are literally like non-existent and falling apart. I saw tweets today where people were like, Morphe is still doing really well online, and they're doing this, and girl, not for long they won't be. No. And they have no face of Morphe anymore. And Jaclyn Cosmetics is going under, and they're restructuring. Why? Why are they restructuring? This is the thing that people don't understand. Why is Jaclyn Cosmetics, why are they restructuring, and why are they like having to do all this kind of stuff and find new backers? Because they don't have the money to pay their debt. That's what it's about, okay? So they're doing all this restructuring so that they can find new backers to pay their debt so they can continue as a business. And this is where I think Jaclyn needs to come out and she needs to address this and get ahead of it. And she needs to say, hey, instead of causing drama to get ahead of it, she needs to come out and she needs to say, hey, you guys, listen, like, I know that there's a lot of people talking about my business right now, and a lot of people are seeing that, yes, Jaclyn Cosmetics filed for bankruptcy. Let me, as the CEO of the company, explain to you what is going on, because I want you guys to continue to stand by me and not be worried about what's going to happen in the future. You guys have been so fantastic to stand by me to this point. You've been so wonderful to continue to stand by me, buy my products, stand by Jaclyn Cosmetics when you knew that that was my dream. I really, really appreciate it. You bought my ridiculous brushes through Morphe. You stood by all these different collabs that I've done with these different companies through the years. So let me explain to you what is going on with Jaclyn Cosmetics so that you have firsthand knowledge from me, the CEO. Girl, you need to hire you a PR person that is telling you to do this. But what is she doing? Oh, she's out to dinner with Jordan having sushi, okay? Or not taking care of this cat. So let's get into this, all right? Because this is the other drama that Jaclyn Hill is getting into. So Jaclyn Hill is out on a walk the other day. I saw all this go down with her dogs, okay? Poopsie and Loopsie or whatever. They're real cute. I love her dogs so much. I do. I think her dogs are adorable. And she posted a picture of her dog and somebody said something mean about her dog. And she said, oh, that would make her so... I think her dogs are adorable. I think they're so cute. But anyway, so I don't know their names. That was a joke. That was supposed to be ha-ha, funny ha-ha. So anyway, she's out on this walk with her dogs and this kitty cat, okay, starts following her. And she says it's been following her for like 5 days or something like that. Every time she like goes out on a walk with the dogs, this cat follows her, right? So she brings this cat home, okay? But she can't bring it inside, apparently, because she's allergic to cats. So now all these people are saying, you brought this cat home, but all you can do is give it a cardboard box outside your mansion? Okay, and it's supposed to be 33 degrees tonight in Tampa. And people are like, you can't even put it in a garage. You don't have any room in your house. And she's like, oh no, here's my pedicure. Let me show you my manicure and my pedicure that I got today. Oh, I can't take care of this cat. I'm allergic to cats. While she's petting the cat, she's allergic to cats. And so people, are really upset about this. They're like, well, what's going on with the cats? For example, let me read you this message that I got from my #1 Jaclyn Hill informer. Hold on a second. She said, Peter, I am so upset right now. I'm sure you've been watching her post about this stray cat she found. Oh my God, they literally put just a freaking cardboard box outside for this poor cat. That's it. It's going to be in the 30s here in Tampa. I literally just messaged her to either take the cat inside, put in a bathroom, or find a freaking rescue for this poor animal if she is too bothered to take proper care of it, or please find it a home. Out of it, she has done this. Millionaire is too bothered to do what's right for this cat that now she seems to think it's her home because it stays at Jacqueline's home. Jesus, I'm so mad right now. And then she said, I'm sorry for spelling in all caps and blah, 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 whatever. Then she said, but she's been petting it, touching it, feeding it all week. So then be responsible and find a rescue or a home. Don't leave it outside. But still, she's a liar. She said she's deathly allergic. So why the hell have you been touching it? Also, I messaged her, could you put the poor thing in her downstairs pool bath? Jesus. And then she says, look at this poor thing begging to come inside. And she's like going on and on about this, right? 36 degrees tomorrow and Sunday, and all this poor cat has been given by this millionaire is a freaking cardboard box. And then she shows this picture of Jaclyn getting her manicure and pedicure and everything. She talks about all these people being upset about it. I mean, a lot of people are talking about this right now, right? She's touching it now, but she can't bring it in because she's deathly allergic. And she has named the cat, what'd she name it? Puss Puss. Oh my God, if I got a cat, which I never would because we are deathly allergic to cats. My husband, I mean, he has to take a Benadryl before he goes over to somebody's house with a cat, right? And my husband, he ain't touching no cats, and he ain't touching no Puss Puss either. He ain't, trust, okay? But listen, he ain't. But if I did have a cat, meow, I would call it Puss Puss. But all cats are aliens, and we know that anyway. That's aliens trying to get into Jaclyn Hill's house, okay? So anyway, so she says she has named the cat, feeding it, letting it in when I guess it's convenient, but won't let it in to give the cat a warm place. Find it a proper home, Jaclyn. And then, then she tweeted me about all the other stuff, or she messaged me about all the other stuff that was going on. So anyway, oh, and then it says, both Jordan and Jaclyn, she sent me this picture, hold on a second, of both Jordan and Jaclyn in winter coats, and they're getting ready to go somewhere. Yeah, it says, yeah. And then my second concern, I was like, oh wait. That was from her story, Jaclyn's story. Both Jordan and Jaclyn are dressed with coats and hats, so what about the cat in a freaking cardboard box? Yeah, give Puss Puss a coat, too. That's mean. I messaged her a dozen times, no response. No one cares about your stupid pedicure, Jaclyn. Yeah, Jaclyn. Nobody cares about your stupid pedicure. And then she said, I asked her if I could read it in a video, and she said, this is so unbelievable of her. I live in Tampa also. It's going down to 33 degrees tonight. This poor cat is just outside while she's running around in her warm coat and hat. So anyway, and she said she dressed Jordan in a warm hat and coat today too. It is sad. You know, it is really, really sad. You know, my friend works for an organization that has to do with outside dogs and cats and getting them the warm treatment that they need. I hear about it all the time. A lot of my friends work for rescues, you know, and all this kind of stuff. It's unbelievable to me. It makes me really, really sad. And yet again, it's another situation that Jaclyn won't address, except for that she's allergic to the cat. Then girl, don't bring Puss Puss in. Don't bring her home. Take her over to somebody's house or give her to somebody that likes cats, you know? Poor Puss Puss. Anyway, justice for Puss Puss and the hashtags below. I know when I say that it's going to be flooded. Don't, because then I don't think people like that word. I'm going to have to go and like edit that word out or whatever. I don't even know if I know how to do that in my settings, because if I don't, people will put like justice and then it'll be flooded with, got to put that in word in the edit. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.